Hi friends, my name is Ilene. Welcome to my channel. Here I have a crab that I crafted. I actually did this one on a live stream for my channel, and I want to do it in a speed through version of it because not everyone can sit for 3 hours. That's how long it took to make and watch a video about this. So here is pink foam that I have glued together using Elmer's multi-purpose mounting spray. I actually don't think I showed you the picture. I picked it up at the dollar store for $3. So I glued it, put elastics around, let it sit for a couple days, and yeah, it worked pretty good. So here's the pieces that I used for my kind of like a guide to where to cut the neck area-ish, that area. So I just was using that again. The ones I used for my first crab. And I'm just putting them on there. I kind of realized that I should cut some off, but anyways, you'll see that there. I'm just kind of like centering it. And just going to cut my edges off because I need it just 1.5 by 1.5 inches square. I want to make all my square bottoms platforms on these crabs 1.5 inches. I'm planning to make several because I'm making a game of chess out of them, so I'm still trying to estimate to see how big I need my square pieces, because my crabs themselves are 1.5 inches the platform, but their arms and that kind of go over, so I might need them a little bigger than I thought. At first I thought they needed to be 2 inches, the squares, each square for the crabs. These crabs are going to be pawns for a game of chess I'm making for Christmas for my 12-year-old daughter, and she takes care of her things very well, and she loves the game of chess, and I would like to make her very own set, and so that's why I decided to make them out of foam. Here I am cutting, like I said, around the neck area just to get kind of the same pattern going. This crab's a little different, and I want them all to be a little different, but the pawns are all going to be crabs. So this one's going to be a little chunkier crab, quite a bit different characteristics. I even changed his mouth out quite a bit, so he's got the big smile that you've seen at the beginning. I'm measuring out my base because I want that to be the same as the original, my prototype, and so I think I'm measuring them about a little over an inch tall. So I'm just trying to keep everything kind of the right height, that kind of thing. I don't mind my crabs being different, but I want the base being the same height and size all the way around. So I'm going to make some chunky crabs and like maybe leaner crabs. This first one is quite a lean crab. I don't know. But I'm going to make them all different and not really worry about them and just let them go, kind of become what they are. And then do that. So anyways, I'm using a rough sandpaper, and it really files away the foam really well, and this is, I believe, like an 80 grain. I'm not sure how to read it. It says 3M336U 80 aluminum oxide, so I don't know, but this is like a brown kind. It's a little rougher and easier. I'm using emery board here to get smooth out. I'm using a nice smoother grain here. Let's see if I can find that one. And that just smooths everything out, all my little rough edges, and takes just a little bit. The big one I was using the first really helps me get rid of a bunch of stuff I don't need on there. The black one is P600. But you just play with the foam. This is pink foam that you use in construction, and you kind of get it a way, you know, to figure it out. Here I'm carving around the eyes, giving them little sockets. They're kind of sticking out. And then I use some pins, sewing pins that you use to hold clothing together, whatnot, to sew. I just use that and pin that right into the eyes and put some black dots on the end of that. That is his eyeballs kind of comes up. My heat tool, here and there I use it. I put it on number 2, melts it just a touch. I don't want to leave it on there and totally shrivel it up because that will shrivel fast. But I do use it to kind of pull some of that foam together and tighten it up. I can dry my paint with number 1 because it's like a really warm breeze. It's not hot at all. But on number 2, that's when I just want to kind of get that foam to just shrink just a tad and make it tougher. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just using my files and that kind of thing. I have different nail files. I have metal ones here, like you see that. I have different emery boards and that kind of thing, and that's what I do. I'm shaping him right now. You'll also be seeing me grabbing some wood filler, because I glued 2 pieces together, and this particular piece just had wonkiness in the middle there, you could see, and I just fill that in with wood filler. And yeah. I'm just wiping away that wood filler and just kind of doing that. Now I'm going to work on the claws. So what I do with the claws is I grab some wire. This craft wire is from the dollar store. It is actually garden wire. It's very soft and it's got a green coating on it, plastic. And I just make his legs and claws out of that, or his top chomper claw legs out of that. And then his very top claws are foam as well, and I just file those down to shape them. And you'll see me drawing them out with that top that I just cut off at the beginning. There that is. I draw them with the pen. The pen writes well on there. And then his joints or segments on his legs otherwise are paper mache, paper clay. And I pick up this paper clay from the dollar store. And it's actually a really good brand. I believe it's Das, it's pronounced. And it's in a red package, red and white mostly, and a tad of green on the packaging. Really good stuff. And I've been using that for the segments in its legs. I just push in some cute toothpick, sorry, and make the spaces where I'm going to put the wire, and adding my segments on the legs and finishing that up, and then I glue that in with wood glue. The whole time the glue, any glue I use for this is just that let's see, look at LePage wood glue, and that's what I use. Here at the bottom I'm cutting out the bolt that I impressed in the beginning, and I'm just cutting out that segment there for that, and just to screw in the bolt, because the bolt weighs it down, so then it is perfectly, doesn't flip over onto the side and all that kind of stuff when you move the pieces. I just add a little bit of glue at the bottom there too to keep that bolt in, and later on I add some of this paper clay to the bottom as well. So I'm just building the arms, and then I'm going to glue them in. I'm gluing the arms in, adding a little glue around them, and I also put toothpick pieces in, like ends in, to hold them up against the body with the foam. I push it right in, and that works really well. now I put a base coat, and this base coat is decoupage mixed in black paint from DecoArts. So I use these, both are DecoArt products, but I put black paint, just takes 2 jobs and puts them into one as a base, and I like to start with that. I learned this, I think I was watching another YouTuber, and I'm trying to think, it's Magic Crafts, I believe, and this is his what he does with his characters. So on the pen on the bottom here, base, I was making some stone marks and circles for rubble and all that kind of stuff, the base, to make it look like ocean bottom, and those marks will kind of show through at the end too, and they'll look pretty neat. Here I'm adding pipe cleaners to my piece, and that makes different type of coral or other things. This particular ones here I'm putting right by his claws. I'm sticking, I'll be gluing some shells right on there and using that pipe cleaner to help hold the shells on. But some of them are going to turn into little plant life and that kind of thing, and I think it makes a really great easy coral and little plants and that kind of thing. So I'm putting different things that I'm finding around beads and different little flower pieces and shells as well, to make it look like a sea, ocean floor, that kind of thing. Of course, I do have to do my base coat on the shell I put in the front and all those little things, and I change them up here and there a little bit, but I end up getting everything the way I like it. And yeah, I do base coat on everything, and then I start painting. I do the painting on this video a little bit faster, and I know that's going to be hard to see, but it is a kind of a thing that you gotta play with it and practice and learn on your own, kind of a thing, to get what you like. So it's not really something I can teach you on layers of paint. It's just going with it and going with layers and dry brushing and that kind of thing. So I thought maybe just to make the video a little shorter, because it's quite a long video, I went a little bit faster on the painting, and I hope you guys don't mind that. I'm also using a toothpick to get some black details around the little segments in his legs, around his teeth, and I really enjoy the way he looks. I used the paints, they're all from DecoArt, and like I said, I hope you guys didn't mind me doing a speed through over that. Now I'm putting paper clay just at the bottom to fill in that bolt, and then you guys will get to see what he looks like at the end. If you guys want to see a slow version of me making this, you guys can check out the video that I've made on live stream, which is called, I believe I called making Cora's chess piece. So I didn't have a great title for it, but it's a 3-hour stream, and I don't usually have those, so you guys can check that out. I hope you guys like what you see, and keep watching and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. Talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.